Hello, all, and welcome to today's Facebook Live session on problems, pains, and aches during pregnancy, organized by Medulla India. First of all, I would like to thank Medulla India for organizing this event, and I would also like to thank my participants who have found out time to be a part of it. Before we start with the session, I'm sorry I was a little late. There were some technical issues. So now before starting, I would like to quickly introduce myself. Then we'll take up the session for 20 minutes and another 10 minutes for question and answers. So here I am, Dr. Sangeeta Joshi, a consultant physiotherapist, masters in physiotherapy, and certified antenatal and postnatal trainer, fitness consultant, and a lactation counselor. I have more than 10 years of experience working in various hospital setup in and across Hyderabad, and I also take up fitness courses around the city. I have worked in this all my 10 years with various big hospital setups, and in the process I have started my new venture, SJ Rehab and Care, where I cater to needs of physiotherapy patients broadly into 4 categories: the orthopedic physiotherapy, the women wellness, the geriatric care, and scoliosis care. In all my you can go to my website www.sjrehabandcare.com, and they're on Facebook as well. Being a mother of 2 and getting an opportunity to working with mothers, I have seen and have experienced that simple management techniques of their problems in the earlier months of pregnancy, and a proper counseling with the breastfeeding and how to come back to their normal pregnancy shape, pre-pregnancy shape, takes them a long way and makes their journey of motherhood much more fulfilling and much more satisfying. I always encourage mothers to bring their couple with them. Sometimes mothers or mother-in-laws even come with a woman, and they always have a question in their face, that why is it that today's woman needs to be guided from so many different arenas. In our times we just had a doctor, and sometimes we didn't have a doctor as well, but we could deliver normally, maybe 2 through 3 babies, or we could breastfeed normally, we could, and as well come back to the pre-pregnancy shape. So what is happening that these women need so much of cuddling, so much of care and attention? So there's a small explanation, because briefly in last 20 years our lifestyle has changed tremendously. Previously our mothers, grandmothers used to work so much at home. They had so much of household chores to do, sitting, bending down, lifting up things, taking water from the well. These are excellent exercises which done throughout their life, and specifically during their pregnancy, helps ensures a normal delivery. With this modern day lifestyle, not only the pregnancy but also overall, I have seen in my clinic patients coming up at their early 20s with neck pain, back pain, knee pains. So these are all because of the lifestyle changes and mechanized life which we have come to. With the increasing number of cesarean births, and also the fear of pain, the mother is always afraid of getting the pain, and also the relatives have they feel that, oh, my daughter or my daughter-in-law, let her not go that pain, and they prefer selecting the cesarean section. But recent researchers say that if such thing continues for centuries, then maybe it can go into our DNA, and the basic anatomy of the female body which is the wider pelvis, which actually propels the baby birth, will be altered, and the woman will born with a small narrower pelvis, due to which there will be more cases of cesarean sections, and normal birth will be really very difficult to happen. So I think we as a medical fraternity come up as a team, healthcare team, and help these women in a team to propel take her towards the normal birth process. So now coming back to aches and pains during pregnancy, as we all know that pregnancy is for 9 months, specifically 36 to 40 weeks, with three trimesters, 3 months each. First trimester, first 3 months, second from 4 to 6 months, and the third trimester from 7 to 9 months. Now we'll discuss all of these trimesters, the physiological changes going through it, and what are the aches and pains the woman undergoes during this phase, and what is the management technique. So first we start with the first trimester. As soon as the pregnancy sets in, there's a gush of pregnancy hormones which is rushing in the mother's blood. That's the progesterone, estrogen, and HCG. These hormones are very, very essential to take care of the fetus, take care of the baby, and grow the baby for all these 9 months. So these hormones will not only help the reproductive system, but will also bring a lot of changes in her other organ system, like digestive system, in the emotional quotient, in the musculoskeletal system, in the urinary system as well. So the symptoms what the lady encounters is at times stomach aches, disliking for some kind of food, cravings for some kind of food, mood swings, which are very, very common, then frequency of urination or going to the loo, and achy back. Okay, sometimes the back or any part of the body pains, and basically fatigue feeling throughout these 3 months. So the fatigue feeling is because the mother is not able to eat properly because of her problems to digest, the problems of the hormone which is giving her nausea and vomiting. These together give her a lot of fatigue. So at times she becomes low in her blood count as well. Basically she becomes a little anemic in the first 3 months. So can we manage these problems? Yes, we can definitely manage them with a little lifestyle changes, with a little dietary changes, and exercises and posture correction. So in dietary changes, I would like to focus. The diet is very specific, and everybody individual has different liking, disliking. So depending on your condition, you must take nutritionist advised for your personalized chart. I can just give you a brief idea that you need to eat small and frequent meals. Like in Indian culture, we have a tendency of eating 4 major meals. That's breakfast, lunch, mid-evening snack, and dinner. So for a pregnant lady, it's become difficult for digesting too much of food in a smaller period of time. So you have to portion out, make it 6 to 8 portions over the day. Secondly, you should avoid having alcohol completely, avoid unpasteurized food, avoid having frozen food, avoid seafood as well. Now, what are the exercises which have to be done? I've already said this is a period of fatigue. So, how am I talking about exercises? But these exercises are designed to not increase your core body temperature, to give you a calm and soothing feeling. So, these are basically the breathing exercises, specially designed for pregnant mothers, to be exercised with calming music with it, and Kegels exercises, which are very, very important and have to be started right in the first trimester and have to be continued throughout the pregnancy and throughout her life. What are Kegels exercise? This is basically exercise for your perineal area, perineal muscles, the muscles where you have the urinary hole, the vaginal hole, and the rectal. And it is very easy to exercise. Those muscles have to just contract, count till 5 and relax. Try to stop the urine to flow. That is the movement. You have to contract and relax. So you can do this sitting, lying down, standing, whatever position suits you. Now, posture correction. Coming to the posture correction, why is posture correction important? Because in pregnancy, the overall body image changes. Slowly with increasing uterus, the lady start having upper back bend, the forward head posture, increased lower back curve. So if she is made aware of this posture changes which is going to come in these 9 months, and she aligns herself properly, taking her pelvis a little back, taking her chest back, relaxed at her shoulders, and chin tucked back, this is going to help her to come out of a lot of stress at her lower back, upper back, neck, everywhere. The posture correction is also important for the mothers who are working. Most of the mothers these days are working from home, so they have all the more a lot of stress, managing the household chores, managing work. So I always say that mothers are really like a goddess, Ma Durga. She has 10 hands. She can do a lot of things together. So this is all about your first trimester. Now let's go on to the second trimester, where in second trimester, what are the physiological changes we see? The basic changes here is now the breasts start increasing, becomes tender and swollen. The abdomen starts protruding, so there could be stretch marks coming on it. So what you feel is that your skin is stretching, you have that itchy feeling. So what can you do about the stretch marks? There's so much of talks going on in the media, in the ads, which say that there will be no stretch marks if you actually use those creams and ointments. But according to me, the only thing what they do is moisturize your skin, which you can take up any oil which suits you. You can apply it over your abdomen area, and it should cater the need. But how much does it help to not take the pregnancy marks? I'm not very sure of it. And I would say that a lady whose mother, these are all trophies, and the stretch marks are trophies to a mother. So mother should be proud of it. So it's your personal choice. You can may take up any brand or any company which you feel like. Again, what changes happens is your pigmentation. There's a lot of pigmentation coming up over the breast, over the neck, over your lower abdomen, thighs. So these pigmentation are a part and parcel of your pregnancy, and will go out after 9 or 10 months, or maybe after 1.5 year post pregnancy. So don't have to worry about it. The next thing which comes up is your achy back. There's a lot of ache in your lower back. So what you need to do is correct your posture, keep correcting your posture, do the ergonomic advice, like taking care proper sitting posture. Whenever for women who are spending a lot of time sitting, doing their jobs, have to organize, take up a proper chair with, you can see this back chair with a proper back support. So aligning herself completely to the back of the chair with a towel roll catering to the lower back, so that it is not unsupported, and lifting her legs on small footstool, to avoid pressure on the thighs, because this also leads to fluid retention in your lower legs, as well as at times achy legs. So a proper posture in sitting, a proper posture in standing, because in COVID-19 time, lot of our time goes in doing a lot of household activities. So whenever you're washing dishes or you're cutting vegetables, do take one of the foot on a stool, so that this helps to reduce the stress over your lower back. Also, women mostly ask me that which is the proper position to lie down. In this I'll discuss as we discuss the third trimester. Then what is the other thing? The achy legs. The achy legs have to be massaged. Like I always tell the mothers to take a small afternoon nap every day, where before going to bed she can dip her both legs in warm water for 15 to 20 minutes. Stretch the ankle, and do a little ankle pumps. Lift the legs in a little 2 or 3 pillows down. Position herself and relax. Okay, don't lie down supine in the later months of the pregnancy. That can lead to maternal hypotension. So you can position yourself also behind your back 2 to 3 pillows, so that you are not on your back completely, but also your legs are completely supported. So now we come to also an important part of the second trimester is the weight put on. The weight primarily increases in this second trimester. So second trimester is an amazing period for the mother to do a lot of variety of exercises for her upper arms, for her legs. Upper arms because once she delivers, she has a lot of job to be done, breastfeeding every 2 hours, carrying the baby for 2 years, 3 years, she doesn't know for how long. So her upper limbs also have to be really strong. Strengthening her lower back for doing cat camel exercise, doing various asanas, Chakki Chalanasana, there are squat in, there is tailor sitting position, Vajrasana, which does a very good, which gives a very good posture strength to the pelvic area and to the hip joints, and helps the woman to sail through these 3 months, and also lifts up, energizes her for the upcoming trimester. Here I would also like to focus that the Kegels have to be continued, and while doing Kegels, now you need to do it in sitting and lying down position, because there is a lot of pressure of the uterus coming up on the perineal body. So now when we come to the third trimester, that is the last 3 months, from 7 to 9 months, where now the breasts have become really bigger, swollen, tender, and if you try to press the nipple, you'll see that there is some liquid coming out of them. That is called the first fluid, which is the indication of the body that it's preparing for breastfeeding. So what happens if these droplets are not properly removed? They get stuck to the nipple, they become hardened, and when the baby, after the childbirth, baby starts to suck on the nipple, it is very painful for the mother, as well as the baby is not very comfortable because the milk ducts are blocked. So what you need to do in this your third trimester is massage your nipple with any kind of oil. Avoid any kind of fragrant oil, any kind of coconut oil or til ka tel, anything, whatever, sesame oil. So just take massage it from up to down and try to remove all the deposits over there. It helps, this helps really to enable the breast for the breastfeeding, as well as the touch factor also is there, because the breast is untouched for another say 6-7 months, and suddenly if the baby starts sucking, and baby is stuck really hard, so it's painful. So you have to also desensitize your nipples by doing this. So now when we come to this, now what are the other problems you're going to witness in your third trimester is this shortness of breath. What happens is, now uterus has grown up, it has come till your lower chest, the breathing muscle, diaphragm, so it comes till up, and now there's shortness of breath. If the woman takes few flight of stairs and she starts panting for breath, so the lung capacity is reduced. So what is your how do you manage this? Is to exercise, do a lot of breathing exercises for whatever space is there in your lungs, to breathe in and breathe out, to make maximum use of the space what is available. Keep yourself hydrated. That is also very important, because of the summer, and it's just started with the monsoons, but this is you need a lot of hydration. By hydration, I don't only mean water. I mean lemon water, ginger, any kind of flavored drink which you would like to have. Do hydrate yourself. Avoid exercising at very extreme temperatures. Not to You should always exercise in moderate temperatures. Okay. Then what are the exercises which you can do during your third trimester is basically squatting posture. Must practice squatting, half squats, then wall walks, walking down the wall to give a flexion to your spine. Mothers, remember that in India we have a tendency of not bending. Once the family knows that, oh, she's pregnant, normally she is obstructed to bend, but it's not good. You need to bend, but in a proper way. You need to keep your back straight and bend from your knees, take the object near and then get up. So you might not bend very frequently, but at least three, 4 times or 5 times in a day you must bend. And when we talk about the lying down posture, which position is comfortable for the mother? She can lie down in her right side, she can lie down on her left side, and also supine but with lot of pillows. Now in either of the positions, you have to always remember to put a small pillow between your knees and also support your lower back. Don't give place to your husband. Just फैल जाओ, आराम से फैलो, ताकि your comfort is utmost for utmost importance in these 9 months, because you are not going to sleep for the upcoming months. So अपनी नींद पूरी करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, and also you have to be comfortable. So position yourself properly and to help mothers to deal with these problems and many more other issues which have to be discussed, can't be discussed on small duration of time. So now I would like to take up some questions. I think this is how your 9 months is going to shape up, and with the little postural correction, little exercises, dietary changes, good hydration, and a positive mind. And specifically in your last trimester, I would ask the mothers to learn to say no. That is, you have lot of advices which would come from all over areas or from all over corners of the country, that अरे तुमने ये नहीं किया, तुमने वो नहीं किया. But you have to trust only one source and share your problems, because you cannot think that your better half or your mother or your mother-in-law is in a position to understand your aches and pains, because everybody have their own journey of pregnancy, and even in one woman her subsequent journeys are different. So if you have any problems, do talk to your better half so that your problems are taken care of, and you'll have a healthy and happy pregnancy. Now I think we can hello everyone. I have got lot of hellos here. I hope you're doing all well. So I can don't worry about this time. I can also solve the questions in the comments. On the comment section, you can put down your questions, which can be answered, which will be answered by me personally. Now here we have few questions coming up regarding when to start with the exercise. So you can start with your exercise after your first TIFA scan is done, basically at your 5th month, and once you've spoken to your gynec and she says yes, you now can start with a little bit of activities. So this is the time when you can actually start with your activities and enroll yourself into different prenatal classes. Do enroll yourself or try to gain as much knowledge available. There's a lot of knowledge, but you have to go to a trusted source, because this is going to be stay with you and it's going to be a wonderful journey. So always be in trusted hands, and stay home, stay safe. This is an amazing journey you're going through, and with the pandemic times, it's okay to someday you're not feeling okay, and you can just take a break and relax the whole day. Don't think that अरे मेरा एक दिन चला गया, I have not done this. So whenever you're not well, feeling okay, so you can just spend your whole time relaxing, and having good food at home. So thank you so much for being a part of the live session today, and I once again would like to thank Medela India. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.